Hello, everyone. It's Barbara, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday. It's always amazing that another whole week has gone by, and I often think when Wednesday comes around, what have I accomplished in the last week? What's happened in the last week? It's gone by so fast. We are now on the fall equinox, or autumn equinox. First day of autumn. And it's a beautiful sunny day outside. It's chilly, but that's okay. It's a beautiful autumn day. If you are new to our Pick a Stack Wednesday, this is what we do here. First of all, you think of an idea, an issue, or a question that can pertain to your life, a loved one's, your family's, or community, or the world. And then you choose a stack. This is stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. You can choose 2 stacks or you can choose all 3 stacks. There's no rules here because you make the rules. And each stack, hidden under a box, consists of 2 tarot cards from 2 different decks, 1 oracle card, and a crystal. And each stack tells a story and hopefully resonates with your idea, issue, or question. And right now I'm playing our golden singing bell. This charges up and raises the frequency of the crystals, the cards, me, you, everybody listening and watching this video. And it just feels good. So let's get started. If you chose stack number 1, dun dun dun, your crystal is rose quartz. Rose quartz. So very common, but it's kind of like duct tape or zip ties. It's so useful. Rose quartz is so good for many, many, many things. And this resonates with the heart chakra. This is love of self, love of others, love of community, love of the world, love of your country. But this is all about love, unconditional love. So it helps open the heart chakra. It can bring gentleness, forgiveness, compassion, kindness, tolerance. We should be putting this stuff everywhere. It can help raise your self-esteem and sense of self-worth, balance your emotions, heal emotional wounds and traumas, and even grief, bringing peace and calm. So this is a really good stone for grief. If you've lost a loved one, or you lost your job or whatever, this is a really good stone to carry with you. Physically, it can also help with fertility. So, I should probably set it down now because I don't want that. But if you are trying to conceive, this is a really good stone to have with you. Having it next to your bed, in a pillowcase, or tucked between the mattress and the box spring, that's a really good way to have this near you. It can also help with weight loss. And if you are pregnant, this is a good stone to help with pregnancy and childbirth. So the frequency is very good for the whole process of conceiving, being pregnant, and then giving birth. We need to give one of these to Mama Earth, I think, since she's going through these pangs of being reborn. Okay, so your first card is from the Heaven and Earth Tarot deck, and it is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Earth, or the One of Earth. This is new beginnings. This is earthly things, though, like new job, new home, new finances coming to you, new something, a new project coming to you. But this is something earthly, can be material, coming towards you. It's like, here's a doorway, your job is to walk through that. And we're going to pair that up with a card from, excuse me, the Druid Craft Tarot. And it's the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. Now, this card is all about community, and the Wands is all about fire. So you've got the Ace of Earth and the Five of Fire. So there's passion here. But this is what my guides are pointing out about this card today. And you know that there can be a different meaning pulled every time you access a card. But today, my guides are really pointing out this. Chicken. It's a black chicken, and it's outside of these 5 children. They're playing and they're working together, they're playing together, whatever. But I feel like this is what we need to focus on is here's this chicken pecking the ground, and it's like this ties in with so many phone calls and people coming into my shop lately. I feel so alone. I don't feel like I'm part of a group. Well, here's the group back here, and here's you. And you're over here, you're pecking the ground. And, you know, the chicken pecks the ground to find food. So you're over here doing your own thing. And, you know, maybe these 5 are fighting. You know, they look like they're playing, but they could also be fighting. So maybe the fighting is going on over there, and you're just over here going, yeah, I'm just going to have a snack. I'm going to ignore what's going on behind me. And this is so appropriate for what's going on in the world today. I always tell people, focus on the local good. Don't worry about the global bad. Okay? If you focus on the global bad, you're actually going to be a magnet for it, and you're going to bring it to you. So let's focus on the local good. And, you know, do what you have to do to stay sane, to take care of your family and your friends. You know, if that means when you go to the grocery store, pick up a couple extra things for your neighbors just to be nice. Or that person down the street that, you know, they don't have anybody. Well, you know what? Go have a chat with them. If they're outside weeding their garden, just go by and say, hey, how's it going? You know, it's not going to cost anything to stand there and talk for 15, 20 minutes and make nice with your neighbor. This is what we need to be doing here is we need to not feel alone, because we're not alone. I live alone, and I'm never alone. I have so many spirit guides that hang out in my house. I have to kick them out sometimes because it's like, you guys, I need some alone time. But you're never alone. So don't think you are. And if you're feeling like you are, go make a friend. It's not that hard. Okay. And the worst thing that's going to happen is that person says, you know what? I don't have time to talk right now. Don't take it personally. Just go, oh, okay. All right. Sweet. It's not meant to be. Not right now. I'll go find somebody else. It's okay. But this card is all about, we need to pay attention to our needs right now, not in a selfish, hoarding, ego kind of way, but just, hey, whatever's going on back here in the background, I'm not going to worry about it because there's nothing I can do. Like this chicken would not be able to break up this thing that's going on back here because it's a chicken. I mean, unless the chicken did something really funny and the boys started laughing and stopped what they were doing. But you know what? That's not the chicken's job. So when you pay attention to yourself and taking care of you, the whole world becomes a better place because then you emanate that energy from you. And I feel like this is the first card and then this is the second card. And then good things are going to come to you. New opportunities are coming for you. Okay? Because you are taking care of yourself. This is all about self-care. All right? Don't worry about the local bad. Don't worry about the global bad. Focus on the local good. So we're going to add to that a card from the Secret Language of Animals. And we get the lizard. Tuatara. dreaming, sight, knowledge, hidden gifts. Let's just put that right there. And this is card number 18. 18, 1 plus 8 is a 9. 9s are all about completion. Let's see. The tuatara, which is native to New Zealand, is the last surviving species of an ancient order of reptiles that lived along with dinosaurs 225 million years ago. Referred to and thought by many as a living fossil. In truth, tuatara's pace of evolution is more advanced than any other animal, which is why it has survived so long. It takes up to 35 years to reach maturity and can live beyond 100 years. They can change color, they can drop their tail when under threat, and they can shed both their spine and skin as they grow. Adult tuataras can go for an hour without breathing, allowing them to be totally still and silent, blending into the ancient rocky outcrops of their homeland. They are cold-blooded, but unlike most of the lizard family, prefer cooler weather to hot. Tuatara is born with a third eye with its own lens, cornea, and retina on the top of its head, thought to give it heightened sensitivity to time of day and season. So, the tuatara speaks to the ancient call of your spirit. Now is the time to awaken your dormant abilities and choose the path that honors the full expression of your unique gifts. The role you came here to play was decided a long time ago. A specific energy was greatly needed, and you chose to bring it. Listen to the part of you that is not bound by daily tasks, but is alight with the mission of fulfilling your deeper contracts with life. Well, that's pretty cool. So whatever these skills and abilities are that are coming out these days, because we are all changing these days. We are getting upgraded. Go out and stand in the sun and don't look at it directly, but you can close your eyes and look in its general vicinity and just, say thank you, Grandfather Sun, for bestowing upon me wisdom, information, knowledge, in your golden rays. Thank you for upgrading me. Thank you for helping me wake up, because that's what's needed right now. We need to be waking up. And then those skills that we have that are becoming more prominent, that's what we need to use. So I'm just going to put this out there that my psychic ability in the last week has grown by leaps and bounds. It's like somebody flipped a switch inside me. Apparently, my higher self thought it was time, and then I wouldn't freak out. Okay, that was stack number 1. If you chose stack number 2, your stone is not a stone. It is amber. Amber, and we all know amber is not a stone. It feels really light. It is not plastic, but it is a fossilized resin from a tree. It's been used for thousands of years and can help balance emotions, clear the mind, and release negative energy. It can provide excellent psychic protection and aid with manifestation. It can help ease stress by clearing phobias and fears, and help with depression, allowing you to find the positivity in life. Now, what's going on right now in the world, energy-wise, I'm not talking geopolitically or anything like that, is we are being bombarded with energies that are forcing us to deal with our lower vibrational emotions, such as fear, resentment, guilt, blame, etc. We are being forced to deal with those. And if that comes up, we're not supposed to stuff it back down. We're supposed to deal with it. So if there's a fear of, abandonment, okay, deal with it. That was mine. I've had abandonment issues my whole life, but I've dealt with them in the last couple years. And now it's like, okay, yeah, you know what? you abandoned me, but that's on you. That was to teach me a lesson, but you're the one that's missing out on me. And I'm still here, and it made me stronger. So this is not an ego thing. This is just, here it is, but I'm not going to hang on to that abandonment. I'm not going to curl up and die just because, I've been abandoned. Not going to happen. Not this lifetime. So amber is associated with the sacral chakra, which is our emotional center. And it can help you connect to your inner wisdom and creativity, help heal your glandular system, and stimulate the healing of your DNA. So that is amber. All right. Excuse me. Our first card is from the Heaven and Earth deck. And we get the Devil card. It's interesting. We don't get the Devil card very often. So this shows a man and a woman chained to this, the statue that the devil's standing on. And, what I'm getting from this, we create our own prisons. We create our own HE double toothpicks. This is a family show. I'm not going to swear. We create our own. If we think we have bad luck, we have bad luck. When in reality, that quote, bad luck is actually just lessons that we're supposed to learn, but obviously we're not if we think it's just bad luck. There's no such thing. But we create our own cages, our own prisons. And our negative thoughts are magnets, just like our positive thoughts are magnets. And if you are constantly looking at the dark side of things, well, that's what you're calling to yourself. I did a reading the other night with somebody, and she's in her 60s, and everything is negative. It was that whole, oh, poor me. I have this and 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 this. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And she didn't take in anything I said. And, part of me says, I feel bad for her. But then the other part of me says, no, that's the path that she has chosen. She has created her own cage. But that doesn't register. So if you've created your own cage, your negative scenario, this is your wake-up call. Snap out of it. Take every, quote, negative, end quote, situation in your life and flip it around and do a 180. How can I change this? How can I change my attitude, my feelings, my thoughts? How can I turn my magnet around? Because magnets are polarized. And you're either going to attract negative things to you or you're going to attract positive things to you. We are in a polarized world. So there's no middle ground. Flip it around and bring those positive things to you. Oh my. Okay, so apparently stack 2 has naked people in it. There we go. We're going to do this. Your second card is from the Druid Craft Tarot. And it is the Hanged Man. And that goes right along with what I was just saying. The Hanged Man is hanging upside down in a tree, and you can't see the whole card because he is naked. Again, this is a family show. This is all about seeing things from a different perspective. If you're hanging upside down, you are going to see things in a whole different way. What's up becomes down. Inside becomes outside. I mean, think about just a tree, just something as simple as a tree. If you're upside down, that tree is going to look totally different. And actually, if you could look in the ground, you would see the exact opposite of the tree that's above the ground, right? Because what's below the ground is a mirror image of what's above. You still got the trunk, and then you've got branches, only we call them roots. So if you chose stack number 2, this is your wake-up call. This is start seeing things in a new way and unchain yourself from whatever chains that you've created for yourself. This is all about you changing you. So whatever your idea, issue, or question was, stop hanging on to the past. Stop hanging on to the programming that you've received your whole life. Start looking things in a new way, because the old ways are done. We need to look at things in a new way. We need to look at the plants we grow in our garden as helpful to our physical bodies, not just pretty. Outside my window here, I've got a whole bunch of herbs. And I've had people say, I can come and weed your garden for you. And it's like, those aren't weeds. Those are herbs, and they're actually healthy for us. And I'll share with you if you like. But they're also helping the bees and the butterflies. That little garden there is full of bees and butterflies. In fact, there's a bumblebee right there, right now, on the anise hyssop. So we need to start looking at things differently. Be a magnet for all the positive things, because you do deserve them. I tell everybody this all the time. You do deserve all good things. So stop listening to the programming from society, from TV, from radio, from people that are trying to tell you what's best for you. You know what's best for you. So stop blocking it. This is your wake-up call. Okay, and your third card is from the Secret Language of Animals, and it is the Dugong, Trust, Grace, Mystery, Humor. This is card number 6. 6 is the number of love. So dugongs, like dolphins and whales, are mammals who adapted their form for life in the ocean. But unlike their cetacean counterparts, dugongs' vegetarian grazing habits and gentle, slow-moving ways reflect a stronger link to their ancient days on land. Growing to lengths of 10 feet long, dugong looks similar to the walrus and has a fluked tail resembling that of a whale, but strangely, its DNA links it more closely to the elephant. So, as an ancient bridge between the realms of land and sea, or earth and water, dugong honors the woven wisdom of your physical body and your heart. For dugong, the key to survival is not to fight or flee, but not to chase or hunt, but to move with grace and ease, calling and allowing that which is needed to come to you. This is another affirmation that you need to be the magnet for all the good things that you deserve. Dugong's message is to slow down, breathe deep, and take time to just be. With dugong, more is achieved through less effort. Allow the feminine power within you to sing its song into the waters, summoning that which you require and desire most. Action may still be required, but first, find your place in the moment with an aim of doing from a higher state of being. So, just know that you are a magnet of all good things. If you are needing that perfect job for you, just go, okay, you know what? Thank you, universe, for bringing me that perfect job for me at the perfect pay, at the perfect location, with perfect coworkers. Your higher self knows what you need. All you have to do is ask for it and know that you are worthy. Okay, so that is stack number 2. Stack number 3. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm just going to knock something over here. All right. Stack number 3, your stone is Lapis Lazuli, also known as the Mother Mary stone. It's a nice deep blue and it has flecks of gold in it. I don't know if you can see those flecks of gold. So this can stimulate the higher levels of the mind, encouraging clarity and objectivity. It is also believed to allow the release of stress, bringing deep inner peace. It can facilitate self-knowledge and self-expression, enhance psychic ability, and spiritual insight. It can balance the throat chakra and the third eye chakra, and can help overcome depression, lower blood pressure, and boost the immune system and the thyroid. It is also said to be beneficial for alleviating migraine headaches and insomnia. So putting it in your pillowcase would be a good idea, or carrying it on your person, or having it in the form of a necklace. Whenever I speak in front of large groups, I always have a blue stone at my throat to help me with focus and clarity and communication. And let me tell you, it works. All right, so that's your stone. Your first card is from the Heaven and Earth Tarot deck, and it is the Sun card. The Sun. Look at that. Yay. And there's sunflowers in the background, a beautiful white horse. There's a child on the horse going, woohoo! The Sun card. Some people say it's the happiest card in the deck. I love the Sun card. In fact, I have a tapestry of it hanging in my tarot room. And it brings me joy when I look at it. The sun brings us energy. The sun is shining right now as I'm recording this. And it just brings light and energy, and it just makes people feel good. Cloudy days when the clouds cover the sun, it's like, okay. There's some people that enjoy the cloudiness, but a lot of people feel that block between them and the sun. So this is a happy card. Your second card is from the Druidic Craft Tarot. Okay. She's not naked. And we have the High Priestess. So stack number 3, we have 2 major arcanas. We have the High Priestess, who's doing her thing with the moon, and then we have this child with the sun. And I find that really interesting. Child with the sun, and then a grown woman with the moon. So there's maturity here. The High Priestess knows what she needs to do, and she does it with intention. This child does it just because they have this innate sense of what to do. A child knows to just play in the grass or play with that puppy. Most small children understand way more than we give them credit for. But they're working with the innate. They're working with Source. They have a direct connection to Source, Great Spirit, God, Creator, because it hasn't been blocked in them yet. So the High Priestess, she's had to spend years learning all this stuff, or relearning it, or remembering it, depending on how you look at it. And so she's doing things with intention. So whatever your idea, issue, or question was, there's this childlike innocence. I almost feel like there's 2 things going on here. One, there's a progression of childlike innocence to working with intention. Or you have the either or. I can either do it with childlike innocence, or I can do it with maturity, with intention. So because this is a general reading, and I'm doing this for many people, it's up to you to decide how that is for you, whether it's an either or it's a progression. But here there's childlike innocence with the sun and the sun's energy, and the High Priestess is working with intention with the moon. And there's her familiar back there. I don't know if you can see her cat. It's a striped cat. And she's got her Book of Shadows here and her altar, and she's calling down the moon. So depending on what your idea, issue, or question was, this could go one of 2 different ways. But definitely meditate on this, because the fact that you got 2 major arcanas from 2 different decks, and one's the sun and one is the High Priestess, this is very powerful. So choosing stack number 3 was not for the, let's just say it's not for a beginner. Okay, so if you chose stack number 3, if something called you for stack number 3, there's a reason for it. And you need to take this seriously. Okay, that's what my guides are saying. That if this stack chose you, there's a definite reason for it, and you're ready. You are ready. So whatever's coming, you're ready for it. That's what they're saying. All right, from the secret language of animals, we have the salmon. Faith, determination, independence, change. That goes right along with those other cards. Unfortunately, I look at the salmon card and it makes me hungry. I love salmon. Sorry, spirit animal. This is card number 5, and 5s are all about change. So, salmon's journey is that of the hero, a great circle of transformation, venturing from its freshwater origins into the wide open ocean, where it must learn to live, breathe, grow, and survive before one day answering the deep inner call to return again. Following the inner compass of its ancient heritage, salmon embarks upon an epic quest against the current, defying waterfalls and predators before returning to the exact same stream bed of its beginning. There it spawns, giving rise to a new generation before completing its journey and dissolving back into the stony river bottom from which it came. Sometimes we think we want our reward to be handed to us on a platter, but the truth is that most of life's great gifts are made sweeter by the journey we go on to reach them. Great challenge and seemingly impossible odds reveal to us that we are great beings, far more capable than we realized. Without the currents and waterfalls, salmon would have no way of discovering its own ability to rise above and find the way through. When salmon swims into your world, it honors you as the hero of your own life journey. Salmon calls you to recognize your greatest challenge as your greatest opportunity to discover and experience strength, resourcefulness, and capabilities within you that you would otherwise never know existed. Is this not true? This is the hero's journey. So you had the Sun card and the High Priestess card, and now you have the Salmon. This is all about the journey that you've been on and the journey that you're going to be on. Once we complete one journey, it's just giving us the opportunity to start a new one. So keep that in mind. Our life is all about journeys. And there's one big journey. It's kind of like individual chapters in a book. The whole book is a journey, but then each individual chapter is a journey. And if there's a subchapter, each one of those is a journey and a mission. And so this is the hero's journey. So maybe you need to start looking at yourself as the hero of your life, the hero of your journey, because you are. We all are. And too many times we just trudge through our lives and do what we need to do to, survive, and we don't even realize that we are the hero of our story. We are. So stack number 3 was amazing. In fact, our 3 stacks was a hero's journey, right? If you listen to the whole thing, you're going to realize stack 1, stack 2, stack 3, it was a journey from 1 to 3. Okay, well, that was stack number 3. And I thank you for watching or listening to my video. It is always a pleasure. I do this for you guys. And I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because you are all worthy and you deserve it all. Namaste, my beautiful soul family. Mwah.